guys ever got to experience the gifted comedians that can do a whole routine without degrading themselves and using profanity? Aren't they amazing? I think they're so full of shit. Because all they really did was they created a word replacement game out of their material. Anybody can substitute one palabra for an ultra. It doesn't make you a better person. You want to impress me? Let me see you do 10 minutes without using the letter T. I would bow down to that. That would be very impressive. Because anybody can say doo-doo instead of shit. They just don't want to sound like a 5-year-old. Try it. You're a doo-doo head. No, you're a doo-doo head. Nowhere in the Bible does it say, thou shalt not say fuck. I haven't read every page, but I feel like we would know if it was in there. Right. How could that be like a sin? We created words, like we as people.
Exactly.
A long time ago, like when we first started talking to each other, we came up with names to call things. That's a stick. That's a rock. That's your boobie. That's my cock. And then some genius came along and said, you know what's missing? We need to have another set of words we can choose for the same stuff we've already got names for, but we'll put it on a special list so when we hear a word spoken from this list, we'll choose to be offended. Yeah, we're always looking for another reason to be offended. Does that not sound like a big waste of energy? Imagine this, like way back in the day, like cavemen around a campfire. Alright? Bongo the caveman has some lucky lady by her hair. And he's telling his boys what's up. He says, hey, guys, I'm going to take my turn with Wilma here. It was before she met Fred. It's alright. It was a long time ago. I just don't want anybody saying I didn't warn you. I'm feeling a little freaky. Alright, I'm going to take my turn with her. I'm gonna have my pterodactyl defecate on her. Gonna rub it around on her breastages a little bit. I'm gonna penetrate her anus with one of those logs from that campfire over there before I ejaculate on her eye. Rocco's like, hey Bongo man. He kind of sounds like Tommy, I don't know. Hey Bongo man, it's your turn man, just do what you gotta do man, you know, I wasn't, no, you didn't say anything offensive by that man, have a good time. Bongo's like, cool, see you later, I'm gonna get this pussy. Whoa, Bongo, why you gotta use that language, whoa. Wait, do you mean, when you say pussy, do you mean like a feline? Because if you're talking about your saber-toothed tiger, man, I don't think we're supposed to be offended when you use it in that context. Bongo's like, what are you talking about? I mean her snatch, her vagina. Then why didn't you say that? Why do you have to turn this little beautiful thing into something ugly with your choice of words, man? Bongo's like, it's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. Talking about her box. And then Wilma stands forward and says, you know what's missing here? We need a third word for that that's so offensive it's in its own category and it's totally unacceptable by women. Rocco and Bongo both said, shut up, cunt. The dirtiest of the dirty words. Should be the content, is the point, not the words. I don't feel dirty for using adult language. To feel dirty, I would have to, it would require some kind of perverse action on my part. Like those creeps that masturbate at work, but I'm not going to do that. And how am I going to get away with that in the middle of a jam-packed 20,000 seat arena? Can you imagine? Don't imagine. Please. I have to be careful of what I talk about, because a lot of my fans are kids. And they're impressionable. They're young. They look up to me like a role model. But, right, they're not here, so fuck them, right? I'm a firm believer that you should not smoke marijuana if you don't have any. Got any non-tokers here? Yes. Non-tokers, they're cool. Non-tokers are cool to hang out with as long as you understand, if you're going to sit in rotation, we're going to forget we're not supposed to pass the doobie to you. If you guys are okay with that, then you're cool. And we're going to forget again and again. I had one friend, he didn't smoke pot, but he always sat next to me in rotation, and I would get mad at him, because yeah, I would forget sometimes I'm not supposed to hand it to him, you know. And I don't know, 3-4 times he would be like this, no thank you, no thank you. And then like the 5th, 6th time, he would just not say anything, just hold his hand up. You go to hand it to him, and he's like he's physically blocking the pass. Kept an eye on this guy, all right? And here's where I started getting a little upset at him, because like, say like the 9th or 10th time I forgot that he's not smoking, I go to hand it to him, he ignores me, like he totally doesn't even notice that I'm trying to hand it to him. Do you guys have friends like that? That's the game. They get tired of saying no, so I'm like, yeah, right, so I look over and he's just going, he's totally engaged in conversation, like, yeah. Like he doesn't see me, so of course I'm holding the joint right by his face, making sure the smoke burns his eye. Like, no reaction. And then I forgot again, yes. We're all stoned, except for him. He starts grabbing it and he'll hold it for like a couple seconds, as if, and then he like passes it. Every time it comes to him, I see him do that. And we're all stoned, but so we catch him like the 15th time. I'm like, hey, wait a second, Mr. Pretentious. You're not even hitting the joint, you're holding it and timing it, trying to fool us, think you're getting over on us. Hey, that's not cool. Why didn't you just tell me if you didn't want me to hand it to you in the first place? Right? No. I've gotten into trouble with the law a few times with marijuana, but I've always found the problem to be with the law. The marijuana's always been fine. I've been an advocate for legalizing. I know Nevada is going to legalize in 2016. I'm pretty stoked about that. Like alcohol, 21 and over, without medicinal requirements here. Huge step. One of many states that's taking us forward in the right direction. Pretty excited about that. Ohio's not really one of them. One time I had a really public bust in Ohio. I got pulled over in Hanging Rock because I was speeding, but My car smelled like Humboldt, California.
Northern Lights!
And they didn't like that. So this cop, well, he busted me, you know, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I feel like I should know who you are. I said, you're gonna find out, motherfucker. Because I had the WWE Championship at the time. And I had the ECW Championship. So this bust drew a lot of attention. Yeah. So by the time I got to the arena after the bust, this was all over every form of media. Print, internet, radio, TV, everywhere. Huge news. And because of that, I lost the WWE title. I dropped the ECW title. I was suspended for 30 days. And I was fined tens of thousands of dollars. When I look back at it, I say, fuck that cop that busted me. The joke's on him. See, after that bust, I made one phone call. I had more weed later that night. I was like, who's laughing now, motherfucker? Cigarette smoke is killing me, though. People don't understand that. They laugh. They're like, ah, you're joking because you smoke pot. But there is a big difference. I know cigarette smokers get angry. They don't want to hear me talk about it. But I feel like I have to take advantage of this moment and educate you if I can. If you don't know, cigarettes only kill 1 out of 2 cigarette smokers. That's a lot. That's 50% of cigarette smokers die from smoking cigarettes. So as long as you know, I mean, you think about it, you'd have better odds of going out there down on Fremont Street and fucking homeless Elvis in the ass without a condom. Think about that next time you want to light up, maybe. Has it been like 40 minutes?
Who cares? Woo! Who cares?
Look, man, I've been kind of funny. You guys have been a great audience. Give yourselves a big round of applause. This was cool, but I'm dying from the snort.